What's good, YouTube? Back at it with another video today, man. And I think today I'm going to talk about how I got started playing basketball. Basically, the start, like the made me fall in love with the game. I remember I was 5 years old. 5 years old, I was at my grandma's house, and she stayed in like this little apartment complex, and they had like a basketball goal that somebody had built out there. I was 5 years old, and I still remember this day. It was like changed my DNA. Literally changed my DNA to loving this game. This game is a part of me. This is definitely a part of my DNA, playing basketball. And now that I'm 32 and I've been playing since 5 years old, it's me, basketball. That's like, if you could zoom in with like the little microscope and look and see what's in the DNA, you'll see little basketballs. I'll clown. All right. So I remember I was with my uncle. He was shooting. I never shot a basketball before, and he gave it to me. My first shot. Shot it, went in, and it was just like, I saw the light. At 5, I saw the light. I had to hoop. There's no doubt in my mind that I had to hoop for the rest of my life. This game, my dad used to try to teach me soccer because he played soccer professionally when he was in Bahamas. He actually created the first Bahamian national soccer team. So he was real good in soccer. That's kind of like where I get my athleticism from. And like, my dad was a pro, so it made no difference that I was a pro. He was just a pro in soccer, and I played pro basketball. So moving forward, I think it was about 10, 11 when I had my first game, when I was able to make it to Little League. Did I play my first year? I couldn't play my first year because I didn't know about it and I came late. So I just had to watch all the other kids play. Then like around 12, I got on with a team. Paid my little thing, went to the little tryout, don't matter. Everybody gets paid, everybody get picked up. You pay your money, you're gonna get a t-shirt, you get to play. That's it. So I remember we played that game. I was so ready. And we ended up losing by 2 points. 2 points. I never felt that pain up until that point in my life. That was the worst pain. I remember when we lost by 2. It was 16-14. I still remember the score. 16-14. We lost. I was heartbroken. I've never been so distraught in my life from losing a game. It was the first loss I ever received. We won every game after that. I remember being in my bed, not wanting to eat, not wanting to go outside, just curled up, like heartbroken. Man, we never lost another game that season. Won all the rest of them. And I was tight because the team we lost to, they ended up winning all the games. Like, they didn't lose one game the whole season. We lost 1, and that was to them by 2. I'll never forget that. So fast forward to high school. High school, not good. Played junior high. When I got to junior high, started playing basketball, I barely played. Like, I just loved the game, but I wasn't good. I would say I wasn't good. I was good, but I just wasn't. My skills was just too far behind. Like, I just couldn't do what everybody else was doing. It was so rough for me. So going into high school, I literally went from like 5'8" to 6'2". So now I'm tall. So my bones hurting. I'm like growing. You know, you hit them growing pains. I was tall and skinny, but extra skinny, like a $130, 6'2", 6'3", 130 pounds. And got to high school, made it to the varsity team, but never played. They put me down to the JV team so I could play, but I was technically still on varsity. So I was just always in the gym. Wasn't that good? Just in the gym. And my coach at the time, he really, he was one of those coaches. I still go see my coach to this day. He was definitely one of the foundations of my life to playing basketball. Like, the things he taught me from 12 and 11, I still use today, 20 years later. Like, he definitely built the foundation of just, the basics. Layups, how to cut. He was such a great passer. I played with him so much. Cutting. I always know if I just make the right cut, he gonna see me, he gonna pass it. Always been a cutter / I'm watching. When I cut, I love the guards who see you every time you cut. I'm gonna cut at the right time. You just gotta drop it off. That's me. I'm gonna finish it for you. So he built the foundation for me to play basketball. So he always had the gym open. He always had workouts, box jumps, pushing. We used to have a trainer. We used to have to go out and do the bands, jumping with the bands, pushing the truck, really pushing the truck. And I'm like, this is some crazy stuff. But I was just having fun at it, I don't know. Hopefully it gets me better. I didn't know all that work that you put in over that time will eventually show up when you don't even realize it. And I remember from my junior year going into my senior year, that's when I met the weight room. Really met the weight room. And I've been in love with her ever since. The weight room changed my life. That's when I realized, okay, this right here is what's gonna take me to that next level. But before I say that, let me get into, it's a story. So I got this story, right? What kind of this, this is when I knew. So it was always me. I had a cousin. It was always me and my cousin, right? Called us the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers. We used to always be everywhere. If I'm in the gym, he's in the gym. You're never gonna see him without seeing me. Never. So one day I try to go and apply. Somebody sent me an invitation to a playing abroad type thing. But my coach, I thought he was gonna be cool with me about it, but he didn't really accept. He was like, nah, I'm not really rocking with that. I'm putting in the work with you, and you want to go abroad to go do this, and that. I thought it was a great opportunity, but he wasn't rocking with it. So it kind of created a disconnect. So we all these years, this is my junior year going into my senior year, or my sophomore year going into my junior year. And he kind of just wasn't rocking with me. I pull up at the gym, riding by the gym, him and my cousin in the gym getting a workout. What we've been playing for the last 5 years. Me against him, me, my cousin, and my coach in the gym all the time. Now all of a sudden, I'm not getting invites to the gym? Word? What's going on here? So I was feeling some type of way, for real, that's what we doing. So that kind of made me just say, you know what? I'm gonna lock in by myself. Since nobody wanna rock with me, I'm gonna rock by myself. I don't care. My cousin, we was young, so we didn't really understand what we was doing. We just, our coach was till this day, that's he's family. I still go see him, his wife, we're family. All his kids, it's that's my family. I always take my daughter to go see him at least once so we can she knows, hey, he's a part of our family. That is 100% fact. So my cousin kind of was not really rocking with me either. I'm oh, so you're not gonna rock with me either? And it just created a fire in me. That's when the first time my fire ever been lit in my life. I feel that's when that fire just got lit. And I knew okay, I'm about to lock in by myself and I'm about to get it in. My dad had bought me a goal. I used to just be out there all night, just getting shots up, trying moves, whatever. I'm just out there. I'm I don't care if I can't be there. I'm gonna just be here. I don't care if I'm shooting horribly. I'm reading books on how to shoot. I'm looking at all these like crazy things, watching videos, trying to figure out the perfect. You got to put your hand at like a V and do this, and like everything. And then I realized what I didn't realize at the time. I'm thinking it's like all this is just gonna be wasted time. I'm just doing it, but I'm not seeing any results. Little did I know all the work. That's why if you put the work in, it's gonna show up. It has no choice but to show up because you're putting the work in. It has no choice but to come to fruition. And I used to be in the gym at least 6 out of 7 days of the week, minimum. If I wasn't in the gym, I was shooting out in my yard. Always. I don't even think, now I wouldn't even say 6 out of 7. I'll say 7 out of 7. I at least touch that rock and put it up. At least. So my coach tells me, he was like, yo, they got an AAU team here. Mark's on the other team. That was my cousin there. He's on the other team. You know what I'm saying? There's like A and a B team. He's on the A team. If you want to come to the B team, I can get you on a little workout to see if you make the team, if you want to. I'm like, so you think I don't want to be a part of the AAU squad? Like, of course I want to. Of course I want to go hoop. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Get to the tryout. Kill the tryout. You had no choice but to pick me up. Who's Buddy? You ain't tell me about Buddy. It's cool. Got with my squad. We was rocking. That's when I started really playing against higher level of competition with higher level of competitors. So that really brought my game up. And all that work I've been putting in all those years finally started to catch up. Going to the weight room, all those getting shots up, all that just started coming into fruition all at one time, right? It's just like literally caught all up at one time. And I went from having one D2 school offer from like North Carolina, and I'm from Florida. A small D2 type school, nothing else. Nothing. Till my senior year, my senior year was my best year in high school. Literally just woke up. Literally just went crazy. Like, had 40-point games, 35-point games, 24-point rebound, 23 and 24. Like, really hooping. Won a district championship. The coach seen me. He was like, hey, yo, we want to sign you right now. I think it was to Bethune-Cookman. Hey, listen, you seen that game? And I realized the dog that I had in me, because we was down 16 at the half. 16 at the half. I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got this. That's when I started really understanding. When I look back, I'm like, bro, all the biggest moments that I had in my life, I always showed up. Always gonna put on a show. Always gonna do. Bro, we down 16 at the half to go to the championship. I scored like the first 10 or 12 of the third. Let's go. Made a comeback win, won the championship, the district championship. And also I was like, bro, you know what? I really got game. Like, I really started feeling confidence. I had other D1s come hit me up. And then that was really just took off from there. It just took off from there. You know, I already got the college stories. I already did a couple of videos on my college stories. And it just stacked up on top of that. It just gave me the confidence. I went from like a no-name, definitely maybe one offer. It wasn't even an offer. It was like an application to just top D2s. Tampa University hit me up. There was like a high D2 at the time. They was like at the national championship type level at that when they was recruiting me. So I had top D2s and D1s, mid-major, you know what I'm saying, recruiting me. I just changed my whole game, bro, when I just locked in. That work that I put in the gym really came to fruition. And that's why I speak so much about putting the work in the gym. I don't care. Like I said, before I wake up, or as soon as I wake up, before I even get my day started, I got 100 made. I got 100 made. It's to the mental part now. Y'all just thinking physical. gotta get in your mind. You gotta really get in your mind and start locking in everything you want to see, everything that really matters. You better start locking in and visualizing and seeing it every single day, seeing exactly what you want. Because if you're not seeing exactly what you want to hear, how you gonna see it out here? How can you see it out here? Vision is the ability to see things that are unseen. And I see mine in my eyes, in my head every day. Taking it to a whole nother level. Trying to open up that mindset to unlock what's real, what you really need, what you really want to maximize. Become great in, become legendary in. That's what you need. That's the mindset that I got. That's the mindset that I want everybody to have. Like, let's maximize. Let's just turn up. You feel me? Let's turn up. Whatever it is that you good at, whatever it is that you want, let's get it here first. Let's get it jumping in here first. Let's see it. Gotta see it every day. Think about it. Meditate on it. Sleep. Dream about it. Go put the work in. It has no choice. It has no choice. That was just a little bit of my beginnings, man. It got me fired up. We got a game tonight. I'm fired up already. Till next time.